My name is Aaron Meixel. I enlisted in the military in 1990 during the first Gulf War and entered the Ranger Battalion in 1991, where I stayed part of the 3rd Ranger Battalion for the next 20 years. So when I came home, I had a really bad transition. I started abusing prescription medications and just shutting out and not being with my family. Ended up in a few PTSD hospitals, obviously legal battles from just not being part of society. I was at Bass Pro Shop and in walked a puppy raiser. I was on a weekend visit and I just kind of sat on the floor and played with a puppy for about an hour and a half. So my wife got their business card and realized she's a puppy raiser for Patriot PAWS Service Dogs. I went on the waiting list. It took about 2 years to have a dog fully trained for me. And I got the call that they had a dog available for me at Patriot PAWS. Lori, the founder of Patriot PAWS, sent a trainer out to go pick me up, where they were good enough to drive me in here and get me a hotel place so I can feel comfortable. And I did a 2-week boot camp and ended up with Chief. Inside of about 6 months, I started volunteering here. Now I work as a veteran coordinator. I've been doing that for 2 years. And what I do is from the second a veteran applies until they get their placement, I'm their contact. So once veterans have their service dog, they have a family in Patriot PAWS for their life. I didn't go to my kids' football games or get out and be a parent until I had Chief, and now I don't miss a single thing with my kids. We actually get in cars and drive around to everywhere in Texas that has somebody on our waiting list and fly to the different states of people on our waiting list. We service all 50 states and do peer counseling if sometimes veterans just need someone to talk to. And so we get on the phones 24 hours a day and do peer counseling with our veterans.
My name is Pacola. I grew up in a small town in Wyoming. Right out of high school, I joined the military. The biggest reason I joined is because my grandfather, he was a tanker in the Korean War, and he was Army, and that's, I wanted to make him proud of me, I guess. And a lot of my cousins and stuff, they were joining the military, and some Marines and some National Guard. And I've been in the RC since I was old enough to even pick up a radio. I remember my cousins, the same ones that joined the military, they were always at family reunions with RCs, and I was pretty envious of them. So, being the little cousin, I was trying to bother him to get into it. Once I got out, I got into it. I was into the semis and stuff, and then I kind of needed something else to kind of get together with other people, and I found the crawlers. And there's a local group called Tri-State Scale Outlaws that I got hooked up with, and they kind of put me on towards different companies and RC4WD, and I know John, you were part of Tri-State at one point, and so just knew the right people and applied for it and got it somehow. I like to support anything to do with like service dogs, anything that any nonprofit that deals with that, mainly because I know my dog, what he has done for me, since I've been out, and just the support and the constantly being there for you kind of thing it does for you, and I just like to see other veterans getting help through dogs. And,
very cool. Very cool.
So I support that 100%. Anything to do with service dogs and vets, it's a good thing.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, Ed, I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that. And hope to see you on the trails.
Yep, you bet.